and welcome back to Dukascope TV. I'm Monica Gibson and I'm joined by Guillaume Taylor and Cheryl Hicks to discuss the relationship between public and private sector in terms of impact investing. Cheryl, Guillaume, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Hello, Monica.
Now, Guillaume, if I talk to you first of all, could you tell us some of the examples of these relationships between the public and private sector, and what would you say has been the main driver towards these collaborations?
Well, in the past, the financial industry was really driving investment vehicles that would be able to take advantage or profit from a certain market sector, whether it's technology, whether it's health, whether it's social economic development. And the impact was insufficient, and the understanding of the intricacies on the field and the risks were not adequate. And so recently we've seen that the public sector, whether NGOs or governments, are really driving now these investments. So they're initiating the creation of investment solutions and investment vehicles. They understand the risk, they understand the market, they understand they have the field experience. And the drive really was to increase impact and have a better allocation of capital and make that allocation of capital more efficient. So we've seen recently organizations such as Oxfam that's working with the Symbiotics in Geneva. The Gates Foundation has partnered with Lion's Head in London and JP Morgan. There's a UN agency in Geneva that's in the process of setting up a health fund. And we've seen the Great Barrier Reef Foundation in Australia that's set up a social bond to preserve the barrier reef there. And so it's really the drive to maximize impact that's enticing or motivating these organizations to set up themselves the funds. So in the past, the financial institutions would set up the fund, and then they would try to get technical help from the field experts. And now the field experts are really setting up the funds and then getting the help from the finance industry. So that's really the understanding of risks and maximizing impact that's driving this sector.
Now, Cheryl, I'll move over to you, and one of the interesting things has been the collaborative approach has shown that enterprises of all sizes can really work together and can get some sort of opportunity from this. Would you agree with this?
Absolutely. I think what we're seeing at Quadia, as was mentioned by Guillaume, is a number of public institutions, specialists in different issues around sustainability, so UN organizations, large NGOs, but also smaller NGOs starting to look at this opportunity. And part of it for them is being driven by a different model of funding. Many of these organizations have relied on government funding, which is becoming much more scarce, or in many cases as well, the need is becoming greater as these issues around sustainable development and environmental issues, social issues become much more escalated. And so they're looking for new sources of funding, and as Guillaume said, they have the expertise on the issues, but they don't understand finance and how to attract private investors into some of these issues that were traditionally funded by the public sector. So this is where the partnership really comes together, really a true partnership of bringing together of expertise on both sides. And what we've seen is quite an exciting venture for us as well in impact investing, because as we've said on many of the series so far, we're looking for significantly impactful companies, and for us to understand where those companies can have the most significant impact, we really benefit from the expertise of these organizations and being able to set targets, for example, in the health sphere, in the environment sphere, and we can then go out and look for the companies that can have an impact towards some of those issues. So this partnership, we feel, is really, these types of partnerships really have the opportunity to fuel the impact investing industry. So we're quite excited about them, and Quadia has really benefited from the opportunity to work with these organizations.
Now, one of the tests, obviously, with these different impact investments is whether the they can last beyond the actual social project. Are you guys seeing sort of longevity in the types of projects that we're looking at the moment?
Yeah, one thing that we find very exciting about these projects is the opportunity for a new way of getting at sustainable economic development, and especially in different emerging markets that where some of these publicly funded projects have not been able to go all the way. And you need both. We're not saying you need one or the other, but you need both. And so this is a new opportunity to bring private investment into the companies that are fueling or have the opportunity to contribute to the economic development and the markets on the ground. And so for us, these new opportunities provide us with new information for our investors to unlock some of these new opportunities for investment.
It's the holistic approach that's creating sustainability in the long term. And for instance, this UN organization that's going to deal with health issues, they're actually looking at energy access, education, infrastructure, mobile technology, and these are all sectors that are going to help to strengthen the health value chain. So we're not looking at the technical aspects of health, and we're looking also at the broader view of what strengthens that health value chain. So that holistic approach is really creating that sustainability.
Exactly, and the public-private partnerships, really provide an opportunity to show, what is the role of finance? What can the unique role of private investment be in addressing these issues? And so we feel these public-private partnerships are moving really in a new direction here of providing the expertise on the one hand, on the sustainability issues, and showing really where the role of finance can play such a positive role in investing in the companies that can help to address these issues.
Well, it does certainly sound very interesting, very exciting times for this particular industry, so I hope all the best for Quadia. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you, Monica.
Well, that's all from myself, Guillaume and Cheryl. Please do click back to Dukascopy TV for plenty more exclusive interviews. Goodbye for now.